If you own a telescope, you've probably been waiting for tomorrow night for over a year. January 10th, 2026. Jupiter enters opposition. It's the moment our planet passes directly between the Sun and the King of Planets. It's supposed to be the brightest object in the sky, the closest it's been to us since 2014. NASA has even issued press releases telling everyone to look up, calling it a celebration of astronomy. But I'm here to tell you something different. If you have a telescope, keep the lens cap on. If you see a new, overly bright star in the eastern sky tonight, close your blinds. To understand why, we have to look at what happened just 6 hours ago in the Australian outback. While the United States was asleep, amateur astronomers in the southern hemisphere were doing their final equipment checks for the opposition event. At 3 o'clock UTC, a user on the Cloudy Nights astronomy forum named Stargazer_O posted a raw image file. The caption was simple: "Is there dust on my lens, or is something blocking the planet?" Within 20 minutes, 10 other users had posted similar images. They weren't looking at the Great Red Spot. They were looking at the poles, and they all saw the same thing, a shadow. But moons cast round shadows. This shadow was a perfect rectangle. Let's talk about scale for a second. Jupiter is absolutely massive. You could fit 1,300 Earths inside it. For an object to cast a visible shadow on Jupiter from orbit, it has to be huge. We took the raw image data from those Australian leaks and ran it through photogrammetry software. Based on the shadow's width, the object casting it is approximately 14,000 kilometers wide. That is not a ship. That is not an asteroid. That is an object larger than the planet Earth, hovering in high orbit over Jupiter. Of course, skeptics immediately jumped in, claiming it was just a software glitch in the processing stack, a pretty common error in astrophotography. But then, the video footage started coming in, and the shadow wasn't static. It was moving. But here is the part that made the blood run cold in every observatory that saw it. Jupiter rotates incredibly fast, once every 10 hours. Its cloud tops whip around at mind-boggling speeds. This shadow, it was moving against the rotation. It was fighting the wind. Nothing in nature does that. Rocks don't change direction. Comets don't just hit the brakes. This object is under intelligent control. At 5 o'clock UTC, the hashtag Jupiter Anomaly began trending on X. Just 15 minutes later, at 5:15 UTC, the official live feed from the Juno spacecraft, which is currently orbiting Jupiter, went dark. The official explanation: unexpected solar flare activity causing sensor degradation. I checked the solar weather charts for today. The sun is quiet. There are no flares. They cut the feed. Why? Because they don't want you to see what the object is doing now. It's not just orbiting anymore. The shadow is getting larger, which means the object is moving away from Jupiter and coming towards the inner solar system. We have a leaked telemetry report from a university observatory in Chile. It shows the object's trajectory. It used Jupiter's immense gravity as a brake. It slowed down. It stopped. And now, it has performed a burn. The vector is set for 1 astronomical unit from the Sun. That's us. It's not an invasion fleet. It's a single object. But when something is larger than your entire planet, it doesn't need a fleet. Remember Oumuamua, that weird, cigar-shaped object that passed by us a few years ago? Even top scientists admitted it accelerated strangely. They said it was outgassing. But what if that was just the scout? What if it pinged back a location? Found them. Third, rock from the star. Abundant water. Biological signals detected. And now, the heavy machinery has arrived. Tomorrow's opposition event is timed perfectly. Jupiter is at its closest point to Earth. The path between the two planets is the shortest it will be for years. If you wanted to jump from one gravity well to the next, tomorrow is exactly when you would do it. We've always thought the universe was a dark forest, and that we were safe because we were quiet. But we haven't been quiet. We've been blasting radio waves out into the cosmos for 100 years. We turned on the lights. So, here's my advice for tomorrow. The news will tell you to go to the planetarium. They will tell you to take your kids to see the beautiful gas giant. Don't. If you look through a telescope tomorrow night, You might just see something looking back. You might see the shadow of a ship that dwarfs our world. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Ignorance is bliss, so enjoy your last night of thinking we are alone. The feed is already glitching. I don't know if this video will stay up. If you're watching this, good luck. Comment below. What do you think the shadow is? Subscribe to Midnight Confessions. I'll keep broadcasting until the signal stops.